thanks for watching The Truth with Angie Washington and Frank Carrera. The guy of all times to cough. He waits till I start to cough. That's pretty cool. Frank's not here today. He's not feeling well, but we have Michelle Astor with Disturbed and Confused sitting in. And thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Of course.
I was so happy when you asked.
I'm glad you were already going to be a guest.
Actually, you didn't even ask. You just told me.
I just told you.
That's
yeah,
right. That's okay. That's what we do.
If you ask, you give people opportunity to say no.
You're correct. You're correct.
So I want to thank all that watched last week. We had over 2,000 views. It's much appreciated. Frank was so ecstatic. He's still recovering from the celebration that he had.
Poor Frank.
No, not really. Frank's just not doing well. We wish Frank well, and I hope you're back here next week. So this episode tonight is Friends Night, and you'll find out throughout the course of the night why this is called Friends Night. But first, I'd like to welcome our new sponsor, NoFo Tick and Mosquito Control. That's Peter Lupo, one of my good friends from high school, St. John the Baptist in 1986. He was our all-star quarterback. We teamed up again. Now we're going to try to do good things. So with my lawn care service and his spraying systems, we're sure to be able to take care of a lot of people's needs this coming season. So give him a call. We'll get the website information out, and we'll continue to show commercials and stuff. If Bobby wasn't in there, can you play some pictures, Bobby?
Can't believe you just remembered all that.
I know. It was just going good. So that's NoFo Tick and Mosquito Control. Peter Lupo, he gets out there, he sprays your yard for all the necessary needs. Give him a call.
I'm going to. I need him.
He travels, man. He goes out to Nassau County as well. He goes as far as Montauk. So I'm glad to have him aboard. And then we have Leonardo's, the official caterer of The Truth. Thank you so much, Don, for all the food that you give us each week. Get down there, pay him a visit. Tell him that Andrew and Frank sent them. Food is delicious. They always have a variety of soups, which I try something different every Monday that I go in there. So that's Leonardo's, 20 Broadway in Massapequa, 516-795-5577. Then we have the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Queens Underground Film Festival is actually a sponsor of ours. They're going to continue through the whole season after this project, and we're going to continue doing more things.
Nice.
I can't wait. Adrian's been awesome. April 9th, Black History Month Film Festival. Strong Island Television's pretty much taking up the red carpet. Coverage is live. We're going to have performances by Nate Moran, and they say I'm doing something too.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but actually I've been working on some tricks.
Some magic?
And when I work on magic, I do them in my head before I even try. So I have
Is that why it's so big?
Oh, no, that's because all the love that I'm getting lately.
That's right.
But I have some tricks in store. It's going to be a good event. And what about you, Michelle? Tell us, Michelle, I said she's got Disturbed and Confused. She's on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. She knew not to do Monday nights because it wouldn't be that cool.
No, I would never step on your toes.
You know, but I would love her here. I like to see it. Look at that.
I love going.
Look at that.
I like that picture.
She likes that picture. I had one. You know, we did something here in the studio.
It was from Christmas.
Michelle came down and she had her Santa hat on, and she goes, "I don't like that picture." I said, "Well, I like it, and I'm using it." So
I had an extra chin in that picture.
You had one?
An extra chin.
Did you erase it?
In that picture?
Did you erase it? Just
no,
use
you
Photoshop?
put it up. It was still in the picture.
Oops, my bad. I'm sorry. So Michelle, not only does she have her show, but she's got a talented child as well.
I do. Mia.
Mia.
She's brilliant.
I caught a video of her singing something.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
that kid can sing. She sang with Foreigner when she was 16, which was huge for her.
Yeah.
With her high school choir over at St. Dom's. And she's been singing for years since she was a little girl. She just loves
St.
it.
Dominic's?
St. Dominic's High School, yeah. Oyster Bay.
Did you not hear me mention St. John the Baptist?
I did hear you mention that.
That's not cool. They're like rivals.
We kicked your butt in
didn't.
lacrosse.
Not
Yes,
when
we.
I was in
We got the
God.
state championship last year. Go
hey,
Bayhawks!
Frank, hurry up. Get better, quick. Hurry up and get better. This ain't gonna work.
This is like Islanders and Rangers right here.
Well, the Cougar always. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. So I was on the Cougars. You transformed to a Cougar?
That's it. That's right. That's right, baby. He knows. He's smart. This is called The Truth.
Yeah.
You know?
So like I say, we have, this is Friends Night. I have a lot of my friends here tonight.
I'm so happy to
I
be
have
your friend.
Michelle's here. Max is sitting over there. And we have coming up soon is Mary Straub, who's another friend. And then Michael Pfaff, president of Long Island Ducks, who's yet another friend. So
Wow.
all three of my friends are here in the building at the same time. I don't know what to do. But we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back with Mary Straub, and we're going to hear about how she helped put somebody out there for the very first time.
Oh.
We'll be back after this. And we're back, and thank you for watching. I have, like I was saying, my friend Michelle Asta, and now we have joining us Mary Straub.
Yay.
Hello, Mary.
Hello.
Hi.
How the heck are you?
Fabulous.
So you owned your own hair salon.
Yes.
You worked in computers for
yeah.
a while.
Mhm.
What was your transition like? Where'd you go from computers to hair? Now you're into education and
Special education.
Wow.
So how does that? Those are all like three completely
Yeah.
different things.
The truth?
That's right there. That's right there. That's it.
I actually just landed the product management job at an international computer company called Lusky International because my dad said I needed to get a job, start going out to the club.
There's nothing wrong with
7
that.
o'clock in the morning, this woman calls me straight up. She's like, with a Chinese accent, she's like, "You go for an interview at 7 o'clock." Click.
So you
And
didn't
I'm
even
like-
apply for the job. Your dad
No,
did?
I made a phone call.
Okay.
And I sent my resume over, faxed it, and she called me though 7 o'clock in the morning. I had just crawled in at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah. So that's a test right there. To see.
Yeah,
is.
and then they hired me. They thought I was Chinese, but I wasn't. But I loved my job. It was a great job. I climbed the ladder really quick.
That's what we do
yeah,
from
at like
SJB.
22 years old, I was making a lot of money.
You go, girl.
And I had a
Right.
lot of fun. And then I got married,
And
and,
it was
then I
over.
got divorced.
Yeah.
And my mom said, "Fast as cash, become a hair salon, a hairstylist, because you only go to school for 10 months, and everything was cash." And that's what I did.
So you just wait a minute. You were working, and then you went to school to be a beautician, hair salon stylist, and then you opened your own business.
My mom had started in Central Islip,
Yeah,
on Wheeler Road
buddy.
over there on Motor Parkway. She was working at that, what was it called back then? Like one of those.
By 7-Eleven in a strip mall.
Yeah, right in the end there. Yeah, right across from 7-Eleven.
Wow.
And then
Pretty amazing.
we went to
Oh.
Deer Park Avenue, and she retired. I took it over, but I was also going to school at the time because I put myself through school. But I was a single mom, and then I
Wow.
became a teacher, and then I was teaching in the city, bounced around from Randall's Island to Harlem, and now I'm in Queens.
So
Wow.
you're actually teaching one of the hardest groups of people
Yes.
to teach, but like I saw some of your things that you sent over. It's gratifying work.
Yes.
Like you get a lot of, like I was working with special needs, so I was running group homes. So I got 4 or 5 group homes with 6 to 8 people in a group home.
Wow.
So I got to know these guys and help them get through. It's very rewarding, and I commend you for doing that. And you travel out there to do it.
Yes. I moved to a new location. It's still in Queens. It's in Hollis, Queens, but I was in East Elmhurst. And if anybody knows, trying to get down Queens Boulevard at 3 p.m. is not happening to get to Long Island.
Rough trip.
I went from 2 hours to almost 4 to 50 minutes. Either way, 50 minutes. Either way, Monday, Friday, I'm loving life.
Loving it.
I have a whole new life. Like, it's brand new.
Well, I drive just about 70 minutes to work in East Hampton every day. So I feel you. And then on Mondays, I have to come here from East Hampton. Today was a little different. Thank you, Ray Coccavelli, because that man single-handedly helped me.
He sure
bailed me
did.
out. I
Go,
needed
Ray.
something. He said, hey, come to me. And I went out to Nassau. And Ray, you're the best. I appreciate you. That's enough of that.
Let's hope the rain holds out for your ride home, babe.
Yeah, I got 2 wheels right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
And
nice
you know what?
bike.
I was on
Nice
the motorcycle.
bike.
I was riding it, and I started singing out loud on the road and riding. That's what I was doing, and I was laughing to myself. And nobody else can hear me or nothing. They can't even see me. I have the face shield.
That's
I was
great.
having fun.
I'm sure that if they saw you bouncing up and
Yeah.
down with that big helmet, I'm sure they would laugh away.
No, but I did it. So, Mary, do you
Yes.
realize, and it just really came to me today, that you have a podcast. Mary had me.
Really?
Mary has a
I
podcast.
didn't know.
Yep, Mary's waiting to get a date with her busy schedule so she can pick a day that she can consistently go on and get people watching.
Nice.
Mary used to make the most amazing dishes, like, and
You
I
can cook?
Not used to.
well, you used to do it when we could watch you,
yes.
and it would drive me nuts. Cause
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, I don't know that because that comes with like eating and cooking, but because my favorite thing is to make people happy with
Of
food.
course.
You know what I mean? So
Food.
in my house, it's either Italian or Korean.
Nice. I'm coming over. What's your
Yeah, like we could have a session, like a podcast session, and we could all meet at Mary's house instead of me
I'm
you
in.
know, getting Leonardo's to cater it.
I'm in.
She can cater it.
I'm in.
Yeah, I've definitely.
I'll bring
when
the
I
Jell-O
started the
shots.
show, I started doing like different countries and different ethnic foods, you know.
Wow.
And so far, my record's good.
What was your motivation? I know what mine was for starting the show. What was your motivation for starting your show?
My motivation was to help people. COVID was a ringer for a lot of people. I'm considered middle class, I guess, on the scale, upper middle class. I work 2 or 3 jobs. I'm a single mom, but I watched family and friends just crumble, and no one can get ahead of time.
Yeah.
And thank you to
It's rough.
Facebook for having a platform that allows people to express themselves and help people and things like that. So I said, you know what? Why don't I do that? You know, I didn't want like a podcast like this. I wasn't looking for a money opportunity at the moment. I was just looking to do something.
Right.
I'm not a person who could sit still. During COVID, I had a torn meniscus. I had to teach online. It was awful.
Oh, the teaching online.
Yeah, and
God bless you. Seriously,
I
that's not
decided
easy.
to start reaching out to people that I saw who might need a little free advertisement, a little boost, because, you know, people were getting sketchy during COVID.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like we were doing, me and my daughter were part of this like fairy group where you would, you know, give them gifts and
Yeah.
I heard
access
about
them, right?
that. I heard
Yeah,
about
was that
that.
liquor?
Yeah.
Was it that liquor you like? You
Some
dropped-
of them were
dropped-
not all.
Wine. There was
fair.
a wine
She made it
one
sound
I
like she
know
was
about.
giving cookies and candies out.
Okay, first
Hey, with
of
the
all,
little bottles of liquor.
Wine.
Wait,
There was
time out.
wine.
I gave out free haircuts. Just so you know,
Nice.
I was nice enough to give out free haircuts outside with the mask
I
on.
didn't get an invite.
That's really
Oh,
great.
you know,
I
I
didn't
didn't want
get
to.
What is
she gonna cut?
I did
Your
not want to
eyebrows?
rip you off. I mean,
Nose
you know, that's a
hairs?
$1 million haircut right there.
This is what I'm
Sure
saying.
is.
This is special right here. So you say you started your show, and part of what I started saying before is you have the claim to say that Mary was the first one
To
in
have
the
you
whole
on.
world
To have you on.
to have me on the show.
That's awesome. I thought I was the first one.
Yeah, no. You the
Yeah,
third.
no, he had
You
just
third.
hit.
I'll take
he
it.
literally like 4 days before that hit like X amount of views on TikTok, right? You like blasted off that one thing.
Yeah, and it just,
And then that was it after
just
that.
jumped. Yeah,
'Cause
I-
you're just so
I watched
amazing.
it like in a day. My followers jumped from 2,000 to 5,000, and it was just crazy. I was just bugging out watching my phone like for weeks.
Wow.
Because the number every
It
time
gets addicting.
It gets
does.
addicting when
It really
you see
does. How many views do we have now?
well, when you see the results, that with the numbers, like when you first got to 10,000, I was like, wow, that's cool. And then literally 15 minutes later, I went and it was 25,000.
Yeah.
And now it's at 1.2 million. So it
Wow.
was like,
That's incredible.
wow. Yeah. So my followers now, I'm just at 39. I climbed over. I just did a couple more videos. So it's starting to get back into it. So
Wow.
the numbers started going up more. So I'm over 39,000 followers on Facebook. On TikTok. My Instagram will just started back up. But this is enough about me. We're here to talk about you.
Anyway, so moving on. Yeah, the show was very informative. It helped a lot of people with some free advertising. But like I was saying, people were very timid back then. So, you being able to show people your magic and, how funny you are.
I'm not funny.
Funny looking, funny looking.
There's always a heckler in a bunch, but that's all right. Heckle on.
And, one of my other girlfriends, she had, a dance studio and, now she's doing a whole bunch of classes and she was on, the second page of Newsday with an advertisement teaching somebody famous, the hustle.
So your
great.
podcast helped
Many.
myself and a few other people actually
Yes.
progress in what they wanted to do, and actually you accomplished your goal.
Absolutely.
So if you don't ever get another person, you know that you accomplished what you set out to do.
100%.
Good
And
for
I
you.
appreciate you for that.
Congrats.
And
Thank
I
you.
thank you. And I still get the video sometimes and I made you like
Yes, that magic trick is just never going to leave my brain.
no.
Oh, the
daughter.
one with the
Yeah.
little heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh
did the
my
extra
God.
hair. I did the extra hair, but
Amazing.
I have that trick. That's one of the things I formulated in my head today. I have a whole new presentation of that trick that's going to blow people's minds, and
Love
I
that
just I
trick.
just can't wait to actually try it for the first time.
That's great.
You did that show on my. You did that trick on my show.
Yeah, because it's one that I could do. And get a good visual on the
Right,
camera.
right.
But also,
wowed us.
it's one that's going to I'm gonna floor you.
You did
I'm gonna
a few
floor you.
times.
So yeah. So what else you got going on? You don't have any idea when you're going to get back into the podcast world, but it is a plan.
Well, I was doing it on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. And yes, it is a plan because there needs to be more awareness in some of the areas, especially mental health. That's a really
Yeah.
big
Yes.
Yeah.
thing of mine.
Yeah.
So I would like to help more people, absolutely. It's really just educating people, getting real facts, the truth.
Yeah.
The truth.
Instead of hiding, nobody wants to talk about the buzz, but the buzz is very real. The percentages are going up by the second. And, you may say, oh, yeah, I heard about that, or I know about, or my cousin somewhat is like that. It's not going to be like that. In 10 years, it's
No.
going
Well,
to
I
be
can guarantee
probably
you.
50% of the
Well,
population.
I can absolutely guarantee you, the next 5 years, some of our young adolescents, the numbers are gonna be higher because of what's going on now with the COVID. And to tell you, my
Absolutely.
daughter's battling through it as well. There's this in-home thing, like she's having a tough time, and then we get in these groups and find out that there's so many kids out there now that are having a tough time, that are seeking professional help because it's that bad. So it's going to get worse because some of these kids don't have the ability to get the help that they need.
Right. And what
So-
about the kids that already had issues before that? Anxiety, depression. COVID just made all that
Just
100
10
times
times
worse
worse.
for those poor kids.
So it's the next 5 years or so, it's going to be challenging for our mental health system, and I just hope that we're ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just sad though because generation after generation, centuries of mental health has always been pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Even when we were growing up, those
Suck
kids,
it up, that's
those
what they
kids in
said.
hallway B, don't go down
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then they want to bring them all into the whole entire system is extremely messed up. And that's why I love my job because I get to be a part of something that's bigger than me.
Right.
It's
incredible.
I just love
Right,
it.
you get to make a change. You get to be a difference maker. So it's like you see a problem. You know there's an issue. Systematically, you can't change it, but you can do what you need to do to
Right.
change your
I do
environment.
my part.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah, I just wish more people would do their part. I really think
Me
Me
too.
too.
on Long
I
Island.
wish more
me
people would
too.
shut the hell up, too.
We
Agreed.
don't have the resources in the city like
said
Long
it.
Island does. But if anybody knows anybody, any administrators Long Island, they really need to do social groups in adolescence.
Yep.
A
I
group
agree.
of like 6 to 8 kids. You do social groups, no phones, and you just talk about it. It's always so much nicer for a teenager to be able to be sympathetic and empathetic with another person, their age, funny looking, however it may be. You know, that's what adults don't understand. When adults, you can't come down to that platform,
Yeah.
you know, but, you know, somebody needs to help guide them through this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not one session with a counselor once a month that's going to
Nah,
help.
that
or,
does nothing.
You know, everyone's going towards the meds or going towards the natural stuff. It's still somewhere they need to be. They're socializing in school. How are they going to redo that? It's like, I don't want to compare it to the same thing, but it's almost like when somebody is incarcerated for 20 years and then comes out.
Right.
You get
No, this
readjusted
one
to
year,
Right,
this
yeah.
1 year they're out in real life, they can't handle it. Well, it's the opposite for our
Right,
students.
right.
You know, you took almost
Everything
3
they knew.
years away from them, and now only because we're molding them. They're children. They didn't ask to be here. We brought them here.
Yep.
We're supposed to guide them. We can't do it for them. And I'm not going to live long enough to do it for everyone.
Right.
And that's what I explain to parents. That, you know, how much longer are you going to say, oh, they'll grow out of it? How many more phone calls do you want to get from me until you actually sit down and check his homework? You know, he or she. But like I said, the most important thing is that people get aware. And that's why I like to do my show. I like to educate. So the more you educate, the more awareness, the more someone's actually going to pay attention to something instead of constantly, you know, oh, yeah, oh, it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, I
Well,
hate
we
that.
know that people love it. Whatever they read on Facebook is true.
Mary,
Know
did you
that?
ever think about writing a book about it?
I did.
It's a good way to get the word out.
Yes. When I
Educate.
settle. I'm,
When
waiting
you
to-
see-
I'm still
well-
being a single
well-
mom working 3 jobs.
You
So
know you're gonna settle.
I got a lot of ambush. But when I retire,
Well, Mary, I have to thank you very much for coming down. I wanted you to come since I started this show.
I know.
But then, you know, you
Got
vanished
too
for a little-
popular, I know, and you pushed me down the list 'cause I'm
Wow.
nobody.
Well, you did not.
Wow, no, she vanished. I didn't. You stopped doing your show. I didn't see anything on there. And then she got this group that she started. And she goes, Andrew Washington took over my group. I have posts on there like.
I stopped posting on it because you took it over.
Oh my, you're so bad, Andrew.
You know what?
Listen, it
I'm very glad that you're here. You're doing your thing because
Yeah.
you know when we had our small conversation and you were on the show, I said, you know, your thrive, your ambition to want to do more and do better, you're like at your prime. I understand that you're not 15 anymore, but
Shoot me.
it doesn't matter.
Mentally,
Age is
he
just
is.
a number.
She's out of here. Security.
I think you are going to do really great things.
Well,
He
thank
really
you.
is.
I'm trying, and I really have.
You're doing
I have a
amazing.
dream. I have a goal. I'm clicking them off little by little. I really am, but I got
One at a time, one at a
way to
time.
go. But thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
And when I do get there, coming on your show.
If I can get it together, it's really hard.
It's not
right
that hard to
now.
hit live, you know. It's really you
I
just pick
know.
up the phone, hit live.
I know, but everybody wants to see me cooking. That's a whole
Well,
prep
no,
thing, you know?
That's a
well,
lot.
they can't get it. We'll take takeout and we'll talk. That's it. Mary, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
It's really nice to meet you.
So,
Maybe, you know, I might have another show you could pop in on.
okay.
Mary Straub, another one of my friends, and now a friend of the show. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Queens Underground International Red Carpet is coming your way April 8th and 9th with our 3rd annual Black History Month Film Festival. Reserve your tickets early for non-stop drama, action, sci-fi, poetry, series episodes, documentaries, and live entertainment with Nate the Mime and Andrew Washington, magician extraordinaire. Featuring red carpet interviews, The Truth with Andrew Washington and Frank Carrera. It Is What It Is with Cindy Savell. New Jersey's live 365 WNJR radio DJ, Lewis Gordon, and host of The Morning Dose, Brandon Flanders. Tickets are on sale now to join us at King Manor Museum, conveniently located in downtown Jamaica, Queens, New York. Queens Underground, 718.com.
Listen, yeah, and they be calling me the man. Try to ran through you chucks, I don't give up. I'm about to get them now. What's my...
That was an incredible segment we had with Mary Straub. Like I said, one of my friends. And now we're going to bring on president of the Long Island Ducks and another friend of mine. He's a little scared right now. Mr. Mike Pfaff.
Woo! Yeah!
This is like the Johnny Carson show. You got Ed McMahon. Look at you.
Look at we're
Coming out here.
I just need a couch, right?
Oh, it's amazing. I like the set in the other room a little bit.
Oh yeah, Bobby did a great job
Bobby
on that.
hooked that up. That's he just did a lot of remodeling back there. So I'm in the back, still me in the back room. Whatever. Making it work though.
There is a desk here.
But
that
talking
we need
about
to clean.
making it work, you, my brother, talking about climbing the ladder. I started at the Ducks at the lowest spot that you can get, and I worked my way up. This man came in from the NFL, media relations, came to us in 2002.
2002, correct.
2002. I should have did some research, right? And
Did you want to show everybody the page that you...
Yeah, I have.
This was the homework.
So here's my
For 20
prep.
years you've been.
This is my prep for Mike Pfaff and the Long Island Ducks.
And show the page for
This is
your
the
other
page
guests.
for
Yeah,
Mary.
yeah. So
This
no
is the
homework.
page for my sponsors. I needed no prep.
There's
for
no
the-
page for me. Notice that.
I didn't need prep for the Long Island Ducks because I still feel like I'm part of the Long Island Ducks. I still bleed Long Island
At
Ducks.
least you got a quarter of a page.
My former father-in-law used to say that I bleed orange, and I still have that feeling. Ducks is another special thing. A lot of people.
What's the saying? Once a duck, always a duck.
Well, there's more to it. I don't even know if you know the tie that I have with the Ducks and why they were so special to me. I grew up on the other side of Carlton Avenue, but the other side of the ball fields, now soccer fields. So we had our PAL football field was kind of where the entrance is now, and the soccer field behind the wall is where I grew up playing soccer most of my life. And the tie to that, having that area, and then when they started building the stadium, I felt that was part of our hometown, and that was part of me, and I had a dream of always operating a ballpark.
That's very cool, yeah.
So-
There's a lot of people that feel ownership of that team, and that's one of the responsibilities. Ownership has always said, Frank, Buddy, have always said it's like a public trust owning that team. So it is Long Island's team, and you were from Central Islip, so you felt a really close bond.
Yes.
But there are people, not Central Islip, it's not the Islip Ducks or the Suffolk Ducks,
No,
it's the Long Island
yeah.
Ducks.
Right.
And everybody kind of feels that way because it's their hometown team, and it's one of the things that I love about it.
So, Mike, when you came to us, when you were in the city, you were living in the city at the time, you came to us, and you see people out, like, I got a special feeling when I saw people out in the store wearing, like, a duck hat or, a duck shirt. And I was in, like, the promotions for the Long Island Ducks, so I had a little special connection to it. So when I see people out, I'm like, oh, did you ever get like, like I'm
No,
doing-
Andrew would go like this. He'd go, yo, that's my team. That's what he'd say to me. Yo, I like your hat. That's my team. Is that the owner of the Ducks? The guy just walked by. Did you hear him? You hear him? Said it's his team.
Listen, man, if you don't take pride in what you do and you take ownership of what you do, you're never going to give it your 100%. So, yeah, by the way, you want your keys back? Because I still have
Said we
ownership.
could sneak in with that when the season starts
I
with
told
those
you not to
keys.
tell
I'm
her.
sorry, I forgot.
I see everything anyway. It's okay.
Yeah, they put cameras up. So I tried. Man, the things, like, people don't understand the challenges. Like, I said we have. The challenges Mike has as the general manager at the time, still, is it GM / president? Or just
President GM, yeah.
Of running that operation is we try to do things for the safety of the patrons there, the safety of the ball players. We try to install cameras, and we had roadblocks every chance. Like, every improvement we tried to do, we had roadblocks. And what people don't understand, it's the Long Island Ducks, but we don't own that facility.
Right.
That's a lease. So anything that is done, we have to get permission
Oh, wow.
from the county to
Yeah.
do that. So it's not like, okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I know it's a good idea. You think it's
But
a
I'll
good
say
idea?
this, one of the things that we embarked on in 2020 was a brand new lease with the County of Suffolk, and it's been a really good relationship the past few years. There's some people that, starting with Steve Ballone and the people at Department of Public Works, we were able to put together a lease that funnels the money back into the ballpark. So it's now we have money to do the things that were deferred maintenance and improvements, and
great.
whether it's safety railings, which you saw when you were at because you said, hey, I used to have to paint these things. They're PVC now.
Yeah. No, listen.
But-
I had a jacket on. I pulled, of course, for the Ducks. I pulled out my Ducks jacket, but I didn't get to go home to get it, and it still has some Hunter Green Rust-Oleum paint.
That's right.
on the arm.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of things that even you and I had talked about, and I wanted to do them. Like, one of the things is the fence in front of the dugouts.
Mm-hmm.
And then to go see that there one day, I just show up. It's not like I'm still on the email list. I don't know what they're doing. So I go up now.
You can sign up, by the way, on liducks.com.
Yes, you can, but you
Nice
cannot
press.
get.
Sign up for the email list on liducks.com.
But you can't get the maintenance that's been going on. See, I knew he was going to do this to me.
You're
Here
forgetting
they
your
go.
plugs.
I'm just going to move back because this is like watching a tennis match at this
Forgetting your
point.
plugs.
But
Go.
I was happy to see that, and all the different improvements, the new net that you got up a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
the netting down the lines. We actually took over concessions last year, and this year one of the things you'll see is you'll be able to order from your seat. So we'll have remote ordering. You'll download the app when you come into the ballpark. We'll have a new picnic area. The old tent structure is gone. That concrete slab that was such a hazard just last year, the concrete topping slab that started to crack. County came in, took the whole thing off, and is redoing it. So we're going to have a new picnic structure, new party deck
Nice.
tent.
Wow.
These are all things. The superstructure was repainted. East to west gate. These are all things that people don't go in and go. They go, wow, you got new rails, but they notice it when you don't. It starts to look run down. It starts to look like, wow, the facility's aging a little bit. You're not going to see that in our ballpark anymore. It's going to look brand new when you walk in. And people that come into our ballpark and tour the facility, they go, when did this open up? We say, 2000. Really? It's 20 years old?
I can't
How many
believe
people
that.
come in here?
Yeah,
So-
that's
Wow.
awesome. And like you say, Mike, people go in and don't look at those things.
But they notice it.
I am the guy. That's the
Right.
first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
I went to Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium, before they took it down, just to see the structure of it. I
Right.
really didn't care about the game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see the building, and thank God they took that thing down.
I did security at Nassau Coliseum for a little
You did
while,
what?
and security at Nassau Coliseum.
Oof. They just
And
blow
it
you out of the
was-
way. How do you
It
do
was
security?
so bad. It was
Very
so
sexist.
bad.
Tom.
It's not
By the
That
way,
is very
do you-
sexist.
Do you call
Out to
him?
the parking lot right now. Let's go. I'll show you who's boss.
This looks like an after-show party. but
Listen.
do you call him Boom? Does everybody else call him Boom?
No, they don't know.
They don't call you Boom.
They don't
So
know.
This, now, I'll date myself with this reference, but what's happening, right? Freddie Boom Boom Washington,
Yeah.
Andrew Washington, so we all called him Boom.
Ah.
And it's a term of endearment, right?
So I'm going to let you slide with that one.
Well,
Because-
I just like the theme song on what's happening.
All right. Because, all right.
You know they're close because they have the same
Cool.
hairstyle.
Come on, Boom Boom.
No.
Now you're gonna come up with a different reason why you have that name, but that's why you have that name to me. all right?
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
And I'm just
You're gonna go back to your prep sheet
I'm
with 2
gonna
lines.
remind everybody that we're here for the Long Island Ducks. We're here to talk about
This
the
is true.
2022 season. But one of the things that I got to take part of, along with you, is the first championship of.
I'm very proud of you, how professional you're being right now.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not used to this.
appreciate
I'm
it.
not used to this at all.
You got like
This
there's,
is a different kind of Andrew.
But go ahead, I'm
going on.
sorry.
There is a
2000.
big level of respect for them and the Ducks.
Oh, yes.
And, what's going on? 2004, the Ducks won the first championship. As a staff, we watched them get close. 2003, 2002. Some of those years were tough, and we lost at the last out.
Didn't make the playoffs the first 4 years.
Didn't do it. And 2004 kind of put the Ducks like, here we are. Bobby! So we're going to play a clip that we have of the final out of the 2004
Okay.
championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch.
Jason Johnson makes the catch.
He comes to the belt with his glove, and the 0-1 is popped in the air, right center field. Justin Davies going over with Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson makes the catch! He makes the catch! The Ducks win 4-3, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions. They will hoist the trophy in this, their 5th anniversary season, and they are mobbing each other outside the Long Island dugout. The entire team is there. Quackerjack is in the fray, and it is just everyone going crazy next to the Long Island dugout. The Ducks have won it 4-3, a come-from-behind victory. Jason Johnson in the right center gap squeezing the last ball, and then he and Justin Davies embracing and falling to the ground.
Yeah, I didn't blow you
That's
up.
a good friend.
So yeah, here we are back. That was 2004 season. Mike and I were just having a couple of laughs while we were watching that clip because we watched that several times. Mike actually had Mike actually had a
Whatever.
big hand at putting the video together. We heard Chris King, awesome guy. Chris, I love Chris.
Classic. Yeah.
That Mike put
All
a lot
time.
of effort into putting that there. 2004 was the first one. We took a little break in between putting the team together. But as I know, because I know this man, 2004 is not really the first one in his brain. 2012 is the first team that he built.
Oh.
So we're going to get into that clip,
That one.
2012.
2011 was the first team I built. 2012 was the first team that won.
Oh, I'm sorry,
So.
it took a year. Can we get that clip, Bobby? 2012 championship ending season game, however you want to put
The
it.
walk-off bunt, known
Walk-
as the voted by the fans as the greatest play in
Bobby.
Ducks history.
Really?
Not going to disagree.
Wow.
Esquivel leads at third with 2 out. The 2-0 upcoming from Josh Dew. Pitch on the way, and Lions bunts up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. A bunt single down the left field line for Dan Lyons, and the Long Island Ducks, for the second time in franchise history, are the champions of the Atlantic League. Dan Lyons, who threw it away in the ninth to tie the game, wins it with a bunt single up the third base line, and there is a mob scene of Long Island Ducks in right center field. They are the Atlantic League champions of 2012.
That game was called by Mike Pollock, still current employee of the Long Island Ducks. I got to tell you, I've never seen that.
awesome.
Whoever made that call, would you say was Lyons?
That was Dan Lyons.
On his own.
Did it on his own.
That was the most gutsiest, ballsiest play I've ever seen in professional baseball. Championship game to actually bring it home.
Top half of the inning, he made an error. It would have been the last out, the championship clinching out. He threw it between Brandon Singh's legs, an error to tie the ball game. So what could have potentially been a GOAT situation, it turned into the hero. There were 2 outs, it was a 2-0 count, and he laid down the perfect bunt.
Wow.
Amazing.
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Huge
That's crazy.
cojones, yeah.
Yeah,
impressive.
I've seen a lot of games with the Ducks, and I thought I saw every championship video, but apparently I didn't see that one. That was pretty cool. So 2012 was the first team that you built
That won.
that won.
Yep.
2013, Bobby, we have that one.
2-1 pitch from Rosales to Tucker. Kicks, Fires, and Tucker swings, lifts this one in the air to right field. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions of 2013.
Like that. That's incredible.
Amazing.
You know,
I love that excitement. They're all running out of the dugout, jumping all over each other. I love it.
It was
I
cool.
love it.
In 2004, we were in Camden when that happened, and I was the operations director. But when we clinched at home, the staff, we went out to the field. But the championship game, I had my guys, young Chris G, John Archer. They were all. I said, no, don't go out there. As much as I wanted to go out there, I said, no, let them do that. You know, they were the players. It was just their job.
Wow.
That was cool. But you weren't done there. So that was the Ducks' first back-to-back championship.
Back-to-back, we did that in Somerset. I think they're still mad about that.
Yeah.
But we were heavy underdogs there. They were a great team, and they had met Sugarland in the first round, who had 95 wins in 140 games, which was the best record in Atlantic League history.
Right.
So for us to be able to topple them in the championship when no one really gave us a chance, and we were the defending champions, we felt a little disrespected that we were these huge underdogs. We had the trophy, so it was nice to win that one.
That's good.
Wow.
And the Ducks have one more championship to win, and that was 2019.
Wally Backman came on. We had a great coaching staff and an unbelievable roster. We had the best record in Ducks history, 86-54. We were 32 games over 500 in the regular season. We won the first half championship, second half for only the second time in team history, and then we ran through the playoffs. It's a great team.
Wow.
Wow.
That's incredible. Bobby, can we show that 2019 video?
The 0-2 on the way. Swung on and missed for strike three. This ball game is over. The Long Island Ducks have come to Texas, and they'll be bringing the trophy back home to Long Island. The Long Island Ducks are the 2019 Atlantic League champions. The Ducks out mobbing each other on the field here in Texas, jumping up and down in their Long Island gray jerseys. Vin Mazzaro tosses the Gatorade bucket onto the pile. For the fourth time in franchise history, the Long Island Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League, and what a fitting way to end this 20th anniversary season.
Wow, that's incredible. So 2019, you have your last championship season. Now here we are, 2022. You guys are loading up. Do you have any players that you could let us know about that are coming? And that the draw.
Well, we don't always say that the players are what sells tickets, right? I mean, we've had a lot of big names at the ballpark, and we think that one of the great things is that we get a lot of casual fans. So whether we could lose 11 in a row, and people are there to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about the business. But we will have another great team. We're putting it together right now. I don't have any big major league names to announce, but I do have one thing to announce that isn't going to be public yet for another week, but I'm going to do it right here on The Truth with Andrew Washington. Okay,
What you got, bro?
Just out of love for you. All
I
right?
appreciate it.
So we have a new team in the league in 2022, the Staten Island Ferry Hawks, and they are making a lot of noise about wanting a rivalry with the Ducks. So a rivalry they want, a rivalry they will get. I can't say it's going to be very competitive, but we will be happy to create this, what will be called Battle of the Belt. And our first game against them will actually be an exhibition game on April 16th at FanFest, which will be a free game. So that'll be the first time you can meet the Ducks. That will be the Ducks versus the brand new Staten Island Ferry Hawks, and they're managed by Edgardo Alfonso, former Met and former Duck. And their pitching coach is former Met and former Duck Nelson Figueroa. So I see what they're doing there. They're building their staff with former Ducks to try and stoke this rivalry, which I appreciate. So we're looking forward to that day.
Well, the compliment to that is to build a championship organization, you have to have people who have gone through the championship process. So they took some
Makes
of the
sense.
Ducks players because they've gone through the championship process.
And Fonzie is awesome.
He's a
going to
great
do
guy.
a great job for
He's
them.
a great guy.
They brought in somebody, you know, to help them with player procurement that has, you know, 10 years experience in independent baseball. And, you know, Nelson Figueroa is a pro. I mean, he's going to do a great job. So, you know, all jokes aside, Staten Island is going to be fantastic. Their GM, Gary Perrone, was with the Brooklyn Cyclones for 15 years.
Wow.
So, you know, he's got a lot of experience running a minor league baseball team. They've got an excited fan base. We're excited to have him in the league.
Where are they playing? Don't the Yankees have a facility now?
Yes, they're going to be playing at the old Staten Island Yankees facility, but what they did was they're investing millions of dollars in infrastructure there. They're putting in a new turf field so they can have more events. They're putting in new LED lights, and they're putting in a new video board. So it's going to be, I know that they're also improving
Nice.
the clubhouse facilities, the front office, the press box. So the city of New York and the borough of Staten Island are working really hard to get that ballpark in shape.
How exciting!
That's awesome.
Wow.
You know, they want to tussle. We're going to tussle. So,
Let's do this.
and the Ducks, Frank Bolton opened his doors and said, you know what? Come to my house. Let's see how that goes.
I can't wait to
So
go back to see another game.
I'm going to let you guys at work know. April 16th, I need off because I'm going to be at the ballpark in Central Islip.
Me too.
And also, something I found out is that the Fan Fest, Dina, my love, has already
Yes.
signed something with you guys to do face painting.
gonna be doing
She's
face painting.
incredible.
She's awesome.
I've
I
heard
had her
good
for
things.
my daughter's party. She's part of our group. You know,
Yeah.
she's a wonderful person.
Amazing human being.
It's funny. We just laugh.
Very talented.
Yeah.
You're
Very
gonna love
appreciative
it.
she's coming out. You know, she's volunteering to come out and be part of, you know, a fun day. And like I said, it's a free game, so there's, you know, people don't have to buy tickets. They just show up on the 16th.
Great.
I did say I was
And
going
what
to take
about
off.
Mia?
I did say I was going to take off. Mia's already
Mia's
scheduled to come
gonna
down
Mia's
there.
gonna go sing. My daughter's gonna come sing the anthem.
awesome.
Hopefully.
Mr. President,
Yes.
if you'd like, on April 16th, you could have a top level magician at your facility.
I got to tell you something. The funniest thing when I found out you were a magician, it was, I don't know if you remember this, but it was pouring rain. I just got done tarping the field.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing, Faf, Faf, yo, Faf. And I'm like, I know that voice. Like, what is going on here? Who is calling me
I
right
stalked
now?
him out.
And I see everyone else
not
is underneath.
surprised.
You know, they're under the concourse, undercover, and Andrew's the only one. He's standing right at the net, like, yo, Faf. And he goes, you need anybody to do tricks to entertain these people while we're not playing baseball, you let me know. I'm like, tricks? What are you talking about? What are you going to do? Handstands, cartwheels?
Yeah.
He's like, what's the matter with you, man? I'm a magician.
Yeah.
So I said,
He's
oh
a
my
hell
goodness.
of a magician.
Yeah.
But what happened later that night?
We did it under the concourse. We did it. They had it on the video board. Had a big crowd around me.
That's
I did the trick that we guys are talking about.
Yes.
But I did it a different way that time, where I pretended I screwed up.
Oh, okay.
And so when I did that, the kids around started laughing, and that just, buddy.
Well, that's how you got us.
You just opened the door because
Yeah.
now you're laughing at me because you think I failed. Guess
Yeah.
what? Let me see that other
Andrew
hand.
Washington does not
man.
fail people.
It was a good show.
I enjoyed that. I was nervous. I was nervous as hell because I haven't really.
You didn't think I was going to say yes.
No, it wasn't that. It's like, it's part of another thing that being involved with the Ducks. Like, I'll tell you, one of my biggest things, and I know who could make that happen, because there's things that I just don't mention. When people mess up, I don't bring that up. You know what I mean? But the truth, with Andrew Washington and Frank Correa, would love to throw out a first pitch. Just saying. Put it out there. That's a dream of mine that I always had.
He'll never stop asking.
Only if I
He'll
can
never
come
stop
out on the
asking for
field
stuff.
and
No,
throw him
it'll be-
around a little bit.
We could sit here 24 hours. He'll come up with something new to ask for every 5 minutes, right?
7 minutes.
7 minutes, please.
Yeah.
There's no delay.
So, Sarah, can you tell us what else you guys have going on? Because part of my notes that I have, it says tickets and groups and birthday parties. You have...
Everything under the sun. So if you go to
Nothing like putting them on the spot.
Well, listen, we have 132 games, 66 home, 66 away scheduled this year.
Wow.
We have everything you could possibly want at the ballpark. You want to celebrate your son or daughter's birthday, you can book the Gamers Suite if they like video games. We have a suite that's dedicated entirely to video games. So kids can go to the game and they don't have to watch the game. They can just play video games. So the party deck, we have an outdoor party deck that you can celebrate your birthday in. We have a picnic for corporate outings.
Wow.
We have 20 luxury suites. They have 20 seats each. They've all been refurbished. They look fantastic. We have season tickets for club seats, box seats, field box tickets. Individual tickets are on sale right now. You could look at our promotional schedule on liducks.com. We have 14 fireworks shows. Opening night is April 22nd, presented by PC Richard & Son, and caps to the first
PC
1,500
Richardson
fans.
is still around? What you guys?
PC Richard & Son is a fantastic company.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Richard and his family, over 100 years. And, here on Long Island, they're a true Long Island company. It's great to have them. They're the sponsors of opening night. They're a charter sponsor. They've been with us since day one. And they'll be giving away hats on opening night.
Nice.
I remember that. On Michelle's show, she has a segment, What's in the Box?
Who is in the box?
Who's in the box?
Who is in the box?
Who's in the
All
box?
right, that was close. All right. But so anytime I hear that,
Yes.
I think of the
very
Ducks
catchy.
because of their What's in the Box that they do, and they have that whistle, a PC Richards whistle, and they have
okay.
the duck player of the game. So
Nice.
anytime I hear anything about the box, like what's in the
Right,
box, who's
right,
in the
right.
box, the box is over
I
there,
know.
I hear that whistle in my head, and I think of Long Island Ducks and PC Richards.
That was a great promotion.
So that for what a promotion was, that's what a promotion should do.
Right, make people remember.
It remembers you just by hearing a sound. So when you hear "you stupid," you think about me, right? So that's what I mean. You stupid.
Was that your promotion?
You said it.
You stupid. Yeah, no, I used to walk around and calling everybody stupid.
So Andrew got my desk ready my first day. I didn't know until about 30 seconds after I sat down. And he said, "You like your desk?" And I said, "Who are you?" "I'm the dude who fixed your desk for you." That's what he said. I said, "Oh, nice to meet you."
Wanted you to know my name.
Andrew's an awesome guy.
Whatever.
You did a nice job.
I wanted you to know my name.
You did a nice job, Andrew.
Thank you, Michelle. I tried. I
I think
tried.
you hurt his feelings, Mike.
No, I can't because Mike and I used to go on lunch breaks together, and we Dave and Buster's. Now I work at an upscale Dave and Buster's. What I tell people, and they had this horse racing game, right? So you had to get your card and you put it in the machine, and it had like a little specific area. It's like a little horseshoe where you sit there and play your video game, but you're racing this horse.
Okay.
So Mike and I used to go out to lunch and do this, and like we probably had like 2 horses each. You build up your card, you have to hit the button to feed them, and then you're racing, and like we just got a kick out of it. It was the competition, working in professional sports, working in any type of sports, you have to have some.
Well, I know how you love competition.
I don't like
when
to
I
lose.
beat you in pool that night,
What?
we went after my show.
After I was on your show, so I
Got beat by a girl.
courteously let you win because that
Yeah,
was
it was twice. You let me win twice?
because it was your show.
Stop. We weren't on air. It was after the
It
show.
was a thank you for being on your show.
Okay.
This fighting is making your
That's
desk
why he left
uncomfortable.
crying, because he got beat by a girl.
Whatever. I appreciate you coming down. I really wanted you to come.
Wow,
for
what
a
an
long time.
honor.
Well, it's great to be here on the Johnny Carson show.
Yes.
You guys look great.
With Eddie McMahon.
This is
The
fantastic.
Johnny Carson show with Eddie McMahon.
This has
The
really
truth
been
with
something.
Michelle Asta.
Did we get to that? Did we get to the truth tonight?
No.
Did we get to the truth?
I don't know. Did
Only when you were speaking.
Did you leave anything else out there?
That's about right.
Not really, Mike. Thank you, and I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Boom. I appreciate it.
honor
man.
to meet
I,
you.
I,
Nice to meet you
I
as
want
well.
to do more. Like I've told you before, over the off season, I want to try to come down and take some videos and kind of partnership with
Yeah.
you guys and whatever I can do to help.
Well, we'll
promote it.
both be there on the 16th for sure.
Whatever I can
I
do.
can't
And
wait.
opening night is April 22nd. So hope to see everybody out at the ballpark
Oh, yeah.
on April 22nd for opening night. Ducks York Revolution 6:35.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Boom.
Very nice to meet you,
That's
Mike.
Mike,
to meet you
Mike
as well.
Michael
Thank you.
Pfaff, President, GM of Long Island Ducks. Michelle Asta, my co-host for the night, and also her Disturbed and Confused show, Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock. Thank you to Max. Bobby is always back there, sometimes on
Bobby!
point. Thanks so much. Frankie, take care, buddy. I love you. I'll
Feel
see you
better,
next
Frankie.
week.
We love
Thanks
you.
for watching, guys.